Hi, welcome to this webinar in which we will be able to introduce you our company, RekruitKare, which is a specialized company for international recruitment. Specifically, we have a campaign now in Kenya and the other countries of Africa for recruiting nurses for going to the US. So let us introduce myself and my colleague, Fran. Yeah, this is what we will see in this webinar. And this is me. My name is Angel Herright. I'm a nurse also, and I'm a Spanish nurse in Europe, but I went to Oxford. I worked there for several years. And when I came back to my country, to Spain, to Barcelona, I kept recruiting nurses from around the world for going to the UK with the new agency, new professionals. But since some time ago, 1 year ago, we started to recruit for United States because we thought that offer was better in all the senses for international nurses. So there is something crucial when you are performing a service, which is to believe in what you are doing. And despite of having recruited more than 200 nurses for successfully arrived to UK, I think now our agreement with this American company is helping other nurses to get a better offer than the one you've got in the US. So this webinar will serve. Indeed, we are working in Africa, in Europe, and also in America and the Caribbean region. But with this, we have an agreement with a local collaborator, who we will introduce in short, and that's why we are doing that for African, especially Kenya, but other African countries. This is my colleague Fran. Fran, wave our colleagues. Thank you. Great. So Fran Hidalgo, he is my colleague, and indeed is the one who managed the details of the processes and is the one who's going to guide you through the beginning of the process until you have passed the interview with the talent advocate team. This is the American team, because later on they will guide you through the process after all the interview with the employer. You will see now in short. So our company RekruitKare belongs to the group Care Global, and have two processes: the international recruitment from around the world to United States, and also we've got another line, another division, which works from around the world, usually especially Spanish-speaking countries, for coming to Spain, to our country. So this is our local collaborator, Mr. Joshua Luseno, and with him, he has contacts and pipeline of sources. So if you come through him, that will be the first contact. Later on, once you have passed the interview with Fran, then we will put you through to the next level, and Joshua will keep informed from all the process for all the candidates Joshua has introduced to us. So what conditions are we offering? We are recruiting for several states. That keeps changing. It depends on trading issues we are having. So now available states, let's get for the most usual ones, are Texas, Arizona is not here because that keeps changing, New York, North Dakota, Maryland, Colorado, Washington State, which is different than Washington City, the capital. Okay, Washington State is in the Pacific coast, Florida, and Alaska also, which has a lot of advantages from the tax point of view. And okay, what is the relocation package? So in this package, if you pass an interview with the employer, you will get offered the free visa for the green card for you and your family from the beginning, which is an important thing. So your family does not have to wait for travel with you, and you will get a medical insurance for you. It depends on the employer. It needs to be talked about the medical insurance for your family also, but it's something it can be talked at the meeting with the employer. We will offer you a flight ticket for you for going to the United States, 1 month of free accommodation, assistance for getting a car rental contract, which is very important because there is not too much possibilities to go to the workplace if you don't have a car. So what we are doing as a company is we make sure you've got a car from the since the beginning, and we will give you the company with which we've got the agreement, which is VSH, Visa Solutions Healthcare, will give you $1,000 at your arrival for your initial expenses, or also will help you to open a bank account. We will help you and guide you for the getting the certificate, the CGFNS certificate, with which you will be able to book the NCLEX test. You will be guided and indeed helped to join an academy which will train you for the NCLEX as well as for the IELTS. And we will pay the cost of the tests, but we will not cover the travel cost. This is important because for African countries, for instance, many nurses, they have to travel to South Africa or to India to get the NCLEX test. So we will pay the test, but not the travel costs. This is important. The salaries are from 52,000 to 72,000. That is depending on the state in which you will work and the employer in which you will get the contract with,
and experience.
And experience, exactly, Fran, thanks. So it's not the same for a medical surgical with 2 years of experience, which is the minimum required, than a critical care nurse with 10 years of experience. So definitely there is a difference. They will give you 15 days, working days of holidays, which is the normal working holidays period for United States. And they will offer a contract at least for 3 years. Obviously, they will want you to stay for all your life there and you get retired there. But the minimum time you need to be willing to get a contract for 3 years. These are the conditions. That's why we changed to recruit people for United Kingdom, because I know, because I did, that if you go to United Kingdom, your salary expectations would be as a band 5 nurse, which is a staff nurse, a frontline staff nurse, you will get about £28,000, $33,000, and the cost of living is more or less the same than in United States. Obviously not in New York, but it is in Colorado, Texas, Arizona, many other places. So Washington State. So that's why the problem of United States is the medical insurance, but in that profession, we have that thing covered. So nursing could be probably one of the best professions for migrating with a good conditions to United States. So that's why we believe that so much in that project. I'm going to pass that to Fran for explaining you the requirements that we've got. Fran, please.
Okay, about the requirements. First of all, we need to meet the experience criteria and the specialty required. Here, we need the nursing degree or diploma, a valid and unrestricted nursing license, the willing to achieve 3 years of contract, and at least the demonstrable experience from 2 years to now. So other requirements should be of a score English at the beginning, and if not, you will be doing in the process. Also, the CGFNS certificate will be required, but again, you can get it through the process. And the NCLEX certificate, once again, it's if it is possible, and if not, you will do it in the process. And the will to study your exams and to commit for 3 years of contract. I think it's a wonderful opportunity for all people that have at least 3 years, 5 years of experience in her or his current job, and it would be nice. So for general positions, like I said, is 2 years of experience required. And for specialized positions like NICU, neurology, orthopedic, etc., we have 3 or 5 years of experience required. Now we are going to jump into the flow of the process. And here we have the initial meeting with, in this case, me or one of my partners. I will request several documents to fill, like two that we are providing, and the other will be a police clearance certificate, an original CV from the candidate, and 3 signs recommendation letter from his current facility. And once I have all of these documents provided, I can submit the I can submit the of the candidate. Initially, they will have a meeting with the American team, and that will take around 2 weeks. And after then, you will have several meetings, like a meeting with the credentialing, a meeting with the tracking, that will explain you all you need to pass through an interview in the US. And once you know that, you will be doing an interview with the hospital. If it's successful, you will be preparing your exams if you need to do, and also the CGFNS certificate. And here we have a jump in the time, because all of these exams are going to take a lot of time, from 6 weeks to more or above. And from there, you will be doing your IELTS and NCLEX, and you will be assisted and guided through these exams. And finally, you will be doing your visa screen and booking your consulate appointment. And here, in all this process, you will be arriving to America. So we have a process that could take about 1 year to 1.5 years. So there is a point that if you have at least your IELTS and your NCLEX done, or even the CGFNS certificate, you can fasten the process. So in case you have any of these, the process will be less. So I'm going to jump with Angel.
Thanks, Fran. So yes, and let's go to the final slide with information. So after your arrival to United States, we will send you a welcome letter. We'll give you a lot of information for giving you all the information you need for completing your documents day by day and accomplish all what you need to do. Also information about the schools, churches, shopping around. So definitely we will take care of you in, well, all the senses possible, from the both professional, also personal. We will help to pay we will offer you an apartment paid for 13 days. We giving the deposit. So if you reimburse it to the employee, then will need to be repaid to the American agency. The hotel accommodation, if needed, should your apartment complex have, in case your apartment should have any delays, so we will take care of you. We will try to introduce some other colleagues if we can, colleagues from your country, which also helps. If not, and another colleagues from your hospital prior you to start there, which always help to the arrival. We will help you to open a bank account and to get a US cell phone number and to apply for the social security number. And as I told you before, to get a rental car, that's quite important. And we will give you the $1,000 bonus, which will be deposited at your bank account as soon as it is open. So you can use for any need you've got, both for buying crockery or any some small furniture or other thing. So, and yeah, we will guide you for processing the final state license endorsement after arrival. So yeah, that needs to be done in several states. So definitely we will help you to get the full license in the focus in the long term. And also once the first 2 years, you can ask for the nationality, which it takes a bit later on, but we will help you and guide you in that process also for you and to your family. And just to let you know that everything, even if you go to the country you want, and once you should be super excited, and once you arrive there to United States, I'm sure at the beginning you will be super excited and happy. Later on it gets, and I can swear you because I felt that, you feel in the middle of a very strange culture, and some differences. You feel like a threat to your personal stability, and you can feel a bit overwhelmed by all that. And usually around the 6 months, there is a period in which you can feel a bit alone and facing difficulties. Sometimes that happens after 3 months, and for some people after 9 months, but usually is in the first 6 months is a bit hard, to be honest. But later on, the more you are getting independent, you are getting better, you feel more adapted, you know the protocols and the routines of the work. Later on, the personal life is also helping many foreigners, people coming from abroad, especially in United States, that help you a lot. And the integration with some other locals, American people, that takes a bit. Also, at the same time that your English is improving because you speak a good English, you think, because you've passed your IELTS with a 7, but later on you go there, get into a bar and talk with some friend who has drunk 2 beers about their feelings, and it's not that easy. So to make friendship with local people, it takes time. But there is one thing that no one can buy, which is the proudness, the pride of what you have achieved, that will help you and will push you all the time. It doesn't matter if you have children or you haven't, because if you haven't, you will feel that all what you are achieving, your descendants will enjoy. And that sense of epic, of doing something great and big, is something very motivating. So I really would like to encourage you to do this jump, which is going to make you feel absolutely proud of you and will push you towards a country in which your time is going to make a difference. And later on, if you work at some agencies, they can pay you between $50 to $90 per hour. And which doesn't happen, for instance, in UK, in which they are paying you 18 hours for an extra 18 pounds for an extra hour. So in many senses, the offer for United States is much better than UK. Sometimes we need to have a bit of patience, but if you get that, the price is much and much higher. So this is the contact of our colleague, our local collaborator, Joshua Luseno. This is the WhatsApp number and his email, and he will he will be in contact with us, giving you your details, and we will contact for having an interview. Fran specifically will have, or Fran of one of his colleagues will have an interview with you. Thanks for that. I hope that has helped you, to give you quite enough information, but any questions you've got, you can ask Mr. Luseno, and Mr. Luseno will put you in contact with us, and we will be charmed to inform you about all that. Thanks for that. Take care.